Hey guys, I'm John Setzler. Welcome back to the Kamado Joe Cooking Channel. Today we're going to fire up our Kamado Joe Classic and we're going to cook some lamb chops. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is put together a marinade. So I've got a mixing bowl here and we're going to start out with maybe a third of a cup to a half of a cup of extra virgin olive oil. And then I'm going to add about a half a teaspoon of salt. I've got 4 cloves of freshly minced garlic. I've got 2 teaspoons of dried oregano. I've got about a little over maybe a quarter of a teaspoon of black pepper. And then I've got about a tablespoon of orange zest. And then maybe a tablespoon or maybe just a little bit more of fresh orange juice. And I'm just going to mix that up with my whisk. Okay, I've got 5 lamb chops here. And these are about 1 inch thick. If you can get yours any thicker than that, I highly recommend it. I'd go for 1 1/4 inches or 1.5 inches. They're a little easier to cook the way you want them when they're thicker, but these were as thick as I could get. So what I'm going to do, we're going to put these in a Ziploc, and then we're going to dump in our marinade and get all that in there. And I'm going to get as much of the air out of the Ziploc as we can. And then we're just going to work that into the meat. We're going to toss that around, get those chops completely coated. And these guys are going to go in the refrigerator to marinate. I'm going to let these marinate for about 6 hours. You need to let them go for a minimum of 1 hour and up to overnight. You know, they can go 12 hours, but let them go for a minimum of an hour. Okay. I've lit up a fire in the firebox on my Classic, and I've lit it up mostly here on the left side because we're going to set up for a little 2-zone cooking. I'm going to set my divide and conquer flexible cooking rack in place, and I've got all the pieces already sitting on it. Today we're going to cook on the low side on the cast iron griddle on the rib side, and I'm going to let this get good and hot. I've got the heat deflector on the right side and the cast iron grate up above it because we're going to sear these lamb chops for a little bit on this grate, and then when we got the sear done, we're going to move them over here to finish. So I'm going to let the grill come up to about 400 degrees in the dome. In order to set up to cook at 400 degrees, I'm going to leave the bottom vent fully open, and I'm going to close the slider on the top vent almost all the way. I'm going to leave it slightly cracked, and we'll leave the daisy wheel fully open. And if I need to warm the grill up, I'll open the slider a little bit more. Or if I need to cool it down, I'll close it and close down the daisy wheel. So we're going to let this come up to temperature, like I said, about 400 degrees in the dome. Okay guys, we've got our grill up to temperature, so I'm going to burp this, and we're going to pull it open. And we're going to set our chops on. We're going to give them about 2 minutes and we'll flip them. Okay, we've been going about 2 minutes. I'm going to burp the grill again. We're going to pull it open and we're going to flip these over. I think that's about a perfect look. Give those another 2 minutes. Okay, we've been going about another 2 minutes, so I'm going to burp the grill again. I'm going to open it up, and we're going to move these lamb chops over to the indirect side of the grill, and then I'm going to close the bottom vent completely so we can start cooling the grill down while we let these finish. I'm going to try to bring these up to around 125 to 128 degrees internally. Okay, after just a couple of more minutes, these guys are ready. So I'm going to take them off. We're going to let these rest for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to have a taste. Okay guys, these have had a chance to rest here for a couple of minutes. I'm going to cut this open and let you have a look. See what we've got here. So you can have a look at that. We got a perfect medium rare. That thing rose right up to 135 after I took it out and let it rest for a couple of minutes. So let's have a taste. Okay. This is looking amazing. It smells delicious too, so let's give that a try. That marinade worked even better than I thought it would. It's very nice. The lamb chops have a very elegant flavor. You can serve this with just about anything you like, any kind of veggies. Give this a try. You're gonna be impressed with that. That marinade is excellent. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Kamado Joe. Follow us on Twitter @Kamado Joe. And until next time, this is John Setzler with Kamado Joe Cooking Channel.